everyone, it's Tony from Axial.com. So today we're going to do a short review on this new sample that we received from Walkera. This is the LM130D01. Pretty much this helicopter is available in the ready-to-fly package. It comes with this nice, convenient 4-channel, 2.4 gigahertz transmitter, and this model is the 2403. Nice backlit screen, as you guys already know in all the Walkera helicopters. This is their transmitter. Up next is a wall adapter to plug into your balance charger to charge the included 2-cell, which is a 7.4 volt, 640 milliamp battery pack, and it should provide up to, I would say, 8 minutes of flight time, depending on how aggressive you fly your helicopter. Up next is an extra set of blades, because we all know we all crash every now and then, and it's nice that Walkera gave us an extra set of main blades to, get us back up and flying in little or no time. So let's talk a little bit more about the helicopter itself. You guys can see here the canopy has a nice sporty look to it, kind of very similar to the like a 450 size canopy style. You have a nice red coloring with the gray and white checkerboard design on here, so it looks pretty cool. So this is the main point of this Flybarless coax. You guys can see here, there's no more fly bars. So the main advantage without having a fly bar is you save weight, you get more power out of it, and it will allow you to fly your coaxial very similar to a fixed pitch helicopter, because you no longer have the fly bars trying to self-correct the helicopter and having blade strikes and all kind of, bad tendencies with a coaxial because you can't fly too fast. That was the main, or that was the disadvantage of having a coaxial. So, and with this new technology, you have the Flybarless system built inside to this receiver right here. We pop open the canopy and show you guys the internal. So this right here is the whole head, or the heart and brain of this helicopter. You have the receiver, gyro, and the speed control built into this one main unit right here. And this is the 2452V receiver system right here. As you can see, move the blades out the way for you guys. It's kind of 2 blades. So as you can see here, we have knobs to adjust the gain and whatnot. And it explains in the manual how to adjust all these settings on here. It's very simple. Pretty much out the box, you just plug in the battery and fly. There's very little adjustments needed. You have 2 servos, one for the aileron and one for the elevator. You have 2 brushed motors, one for the top and one for the bottom. And you guys are wondering how come Walkera doesn't use a brushless setup on their coaxials? Well, in my opinion, there's really no need for a brushless setup, just because you have 2 motors and it provides plenty of power, and you get and it helps keep the cost down. So which I think is the main reason why Walkera use a brushed main motor on here. And you guys can see aluminum tail boom with a nice tail fin back here, and you have a mock tail rotor blade, which doesn't spin, but when you fly into the air does come through and it does spin it for a little bit. So down here is where the battery would go. Let me hold it for you guys to show you guys where the battery goes. It slides it right up in here. You pop the canopy on, and that's pretty much it. So let me plug in the battery and show you guys how this helicopter flies. All right, guys, the battery's plugged in, so let's take up the LM130D01 and see how it flies. So powering on up. Right now I have my dual rate switch on the very for 50% dual rates. So it's gonna be nice and stable. You can see right here we have hovering right here. The 3-axis gyro does a very nice job of controlling the Flybarless coaxial setup right here. We do a little bit of nose in. So first off, one thing I noticed with this helicopter is that it's pretty much very responsive, even with the dual rates at 50%. You guys can see I'm just barely moving it, and it responds a lot quicker than the traditional coaxial setup. Let me show you guys the punch-out performance with this one. Show you guys how much power these 2 brushed main motors have. So we power on down and just punch it right on up. As you can see, plenty of power with the 2 brushed motors, so it's not lacking on any performance at all. Pirouettes, nice. And right now, once again, I'm at 50% dual rates. Let me turn up the switch to full 100% and give a nice little stir in the sticks and show you guys how aggressive this one is. You guys can see it gets moving pretty quick, so it's very responsive with the Flybarless. You guys can see I'm just making this controlled stirring sticks on the transmitter. You guys can see how responsive it is. And if you guys tried doing that with the traditional coaxial, it wouldn't do it, because the Flybarless will strike the blades and you will probably end up crashing. And fly it around. All right, guys, so let's go for a landing. I'm going to try to attempt a landing on my tabletop over here. Hopefully I don't smack anything. So there you go. You guys just saw the test flight of this new Walkera LM130 or 130 D01. Flies very good, you know. The main advantage that I noticed with this helicopter is that it's very agile and it's very responsive, which makes this Flybarless coaxial system stand out. There was one thing that I did notice during hover was that it had this toilet bowl. Let me unplug the battery just to be safe. I don't want the power to come on and, you know, cut my fingers. But one thing I did notice in flight was it had a slight little toilet bowl effect, kind of like a little wobble during hover. But I'm pretty sure if I take a little bit more time and fine tune the gyros, you know, I could probably get that little toilet bowl effect, you know, eliminated. But besides that, helicopter flies good. Flight times was pretty good. I was flying for at least maybe I'll say 8 or so minutes with the, you know, fully charged battery, so that's not too bad at all. But you know, it flies good. It's a little small, so you can't really fly it outside unless there's no wind or very little wind. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So thanks for watching, guys.